boy. And then we got a president that was damn near took it out because we got human who would turn their phone on and know what the police said. But then they got equipment where they can get the ammunition past the police where the police at. So now this got sick. It's something like Michael was reading a book about quantum physics when I met him on a flight. This book changed how I see reality. He said, how? I asked, we started chattering. And he can say he started chattering every day with his fans. We don't know what's finna happen, but we know it's gonna be good. We got artificially intelligent based drug auditing over chair committees that we must establish so we can go internationally. Just to get out the country for a while. We got so many putting their life on the line for the love of fake dollars. Ain't really no money there. Ain't none. 24, 50 a year. You can say, baby, that was no money. Why you do me? Why? And he can say he shot out any woman who had to suffer loss of loved one, loss of friend, loss of most significant leader that was ever a leader in their life. As we celebrate today, August 29, 2024, how to get artificially intelligent based science to trump exact science. That's where we at today. We trying to trump regular science and bring in new science that will rob the human of his imagination, because science has took us farther than God allowed us to see when he showed us the illustration on how he created the garden and how Adam and Eve had offended in the garden. In Genesis chapter 3, it was, stop it. It was beautiful. It was more than wonderful. It was, Michael was reading a book about quantum physics when I met him on a flight. This book had changed how I see reality. He asked how. And we started chattering. And for the next hour, our conversation moved to the reality of the soul and whether God was real or fake. Can you dig it? So it was about quantum physics, a physical thing. Then, for no reason at all, it transitioned to whether God was real. So let's see what happened. I've been wanting to talk to someone about these things, Michael said. And Zookeeper saying the same thing. Right now, August 29, 2024. He said he on his show. He want all the women who's struggling behind the desk as secretaries, as slaves, to invite it, just impregnate the seed in their head. You could go to school for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years straight under governmental experimental educational program. And it's artificially intelligent based because we need people that's able to really understand what artificial intelligence is beyond Reverend Eagle Condensed Man gibberish on it. So that's what we at. So he can say he's inviting all the women to do it because he see everywhere he go, the law clerks at the law facilities, these institutions, these courthouses. And we want to shout out the Rock County Courthouse, who has no parking meter. Nowhere around the courthouse. They generate no money. It's just like when we got this park right here. It ain't got no electrical outlet to generate people to want to come and habitat the park. It's something called Labor Day that we must do. It's a mandate by God. He say, zookeeper, show the people what real labor is. And as we've been showing what labor is, he could say it was me the whole time. I just wanted to teach you what artificial intelligence budget could do for the women so they could start wearing new shoes. Going to the more fancier restaurant. Don't have to be latching on to these boys who really making pennies. They pinching pennies all day. And ain't nobody went to Google, went to the courthouse, and played with the court. And the way Eagle say he the Michael Jordan of the courtroom, but no copyright claim to the Michael Jordan name. And shout out to Mountain Dew. It's Eagle. He's saying slave, but ain't rookie. Because we happen to play with Zookeeper. You see, Michael was reading the book. Michael was reading that book, wasn't he? And it jumped from quantum physics to whether God was real. And that's where we're going to leave it. And Eagle just want to ask one question today. If God wasn't real, would he be able to let Eagle even say the things he say? Have you ever heard somebody say he want to create a state and federal oversight committee to audit internationally all drug manufacturing companies that's able to ship pharmaceutical drugs internationally? Let's run it back. And so, he say, have you ever heard a human? What a human tongue say, we want to create an oversight board based on artificial intelligence science. And this new thing we going to create to be able to travel internationally under the name of God and in the protection of the government, United States of America, an oversight committee where nobody knows about this committee. But then we get to go physically and electronically into the file because we so futuristic in the way that we deal in science that it has baffled the geniuses and now their imagination has been robbed. And it say, love will baffle the genius, but a baby will understand it. So they love Eagle. They know he smell like money. They know damn it, he rich. He always rich. But Eagle say sometimes you got to go broke to get rich, but then you not broke, but you rich. You got to know how to image. We got so many boys that make $100 go spend all the money on an outfit and pair of shoes. Ain't thought about the kids one time in that endeavor. And God said, see, we should not do that. We should not. And Eagle say he had this image problem. He got the biggest horse can ever be a horse. He say, if it's real or fake, God gave it to him. He say, well, now you got your horse. How you going to be the stallion? And Eagle say he still got his Harley. Shout out to Shooter Speed Shop. He still got his Harley Davidson. 1200 Sportster. She growled like a tornado. Stop it, Rooker. She growled like thunder. Oh, she growled like thunder. And Eagle say he trying to growl like thunder today. He want every woman, the most beautiful woman in the world, not even a lawyer, that even fantasized about being rich. Stop. You play too much. Stop. Baby, do you want some money for real, or you want to keep laying up with Goofy? Smelling his feet at night. He and him fought and laugh about it. Dealing with his hygiene issue. Dealing with his mental capacity. Dealing with the lack of resource that he provided, but he claimed to be a provider for real. Do you want to be instant billionaire? The government gonna pay for it. Some people say he trying to get Trump. And shout out to Biden for trying to forgive student debt. Have to put in all these appeals for it. We so broke. We got to invest in these creatures that will be willing to be students in this new thing. We trying to create state and federal artificial intelligence based oversight companies as auditors for every type of business. We talking about gym shoe business. We talking about daycare business. We talking about lingerie business. We talking about beauty day business. We talking about movie welfare night business. We talking about popcorn and creative program business. We talking about studying the scriptures. We talking about just saying we miss you. We talking about do you want a few dollars? We talking about baby if you hear me holler. And Zookeeper, he say God brought him here in the city of Marshall. It's 3,787 people. Artificial intelligence ain't nowhere in the loop. We got a bunch of construction going up and coming down with new foundational structures being put up and old being taken out. But ain't no money being created. And they mad at Eagle. So Eagle say he don't get this. He ain't gonna be at Marshall long. He just needed the town. He needed to go over there to that other spot where it's a legitimate business district and the west side of Madison, all these places, and the south side, east side. Well, we could try. We got all these cones out. Shout out to Crunch, yeah. We got all these cones out. We might need to put some more cameras up, free in the business district. Hey, this business district coding. This the new thing we doing. Artificially intelligent base, and it's for generating for new artificially intelligent based company. God said he was gonna feed us today. And then they mad at Zoo. And he on the island of his own. He say so he just create content at this level for the real sheep. The real soldiers who been thugging it out with Eagle. Knowing he ain't got a piece of toilet paper, but he gonna come out here and show out like he the richest human to ever be rich because he say it's a lack of funds. And he's a character on this show. This is all a character. Zookeeper is just a character. It's just a character. On YouTube, we thought Zookeeper really wasn't the character, but then as we understand the character we could be, and God say your character must be renewed by a renewing of the mind and an illustration in the public, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, education, and relationally. And you got to show the people why you deserve, but then don't over deserve. And don't excess in your past sin. But you got to progress. You can't regress. And you can say you're trying to feed us today. It's August 29, 2024. And Labor Day coming, September 2nd. He say he want all police officials, all community people in Rock County and Dane County and internationally from the United Kingdom. All the people who've been checking on Egan and letting these things happen, knowing he gonna blow our imagination. Because he said he believed in God and the people got jealous. And the people got understanding God they had never seen before. He say he come to give them real bread. And then the people don't know what real bread is. He say the people just broke. The women so poor they slide around with these boys. They making about 40, 50,000. He can say his worst lawsuit is worth $100 million. And we got boys that ain't never seen 1 million or 2 million, 50 cents for real, legitimately as a worker in God's kingdom. Now, when we say God's kingdom, we thought about the most wildest thing God ever told us to do. And we came and really lived it out. We walked it out. One body, many members. He the vine, his father is the vine dresser, and we the branches. So you say he don't know why we ain't ate this thing called creating real government proposals under artificially intelligent based solicitations for government funds. And then why we fighting and thinking Trump shouldn't be president when he should be. We but then we got to give Kamala Harris a shot. She the first history could be made here. She the first African American woman that could ever be elected. But she can work with Trump. So Eagle say he can't tell you which way to go. Because he think Kamala Harris could be good for the United States because we just trying to create this new thing. How many people have really sat down and created government solicitation, state or federal, for artificially intelligent based companies, and then to travel internationally as drug manufacturer through pharmaceutical companies, auditors who could travel internationally because they studied so hard and they studied so good and they so good at what they do, they had came up with this new artificially intelligent based science. And it wasn't Wi-Fi or internet. And it wouldn't be detected neither by Wi-Fi or internet. But it worked. And don't nobody know about this thing. But it's approved. So Eagle say as we talk about the haves and the have-nots, Eagle say his worst is worth 100 million. But his best is worth thousands of trillions of zillions of until money don't say money. So we invested in the protection of my kids' inheritance, your kids' inheritance today. If we could stop and convince the people that it's worth it now. It's worth it. Hey, you're going to be a millionaire overnight. It's guaranteed through the contract. Eagle say the contract going to be so real. Just like we studied John 6, verse 33 to 44. And just like we studied John chapter 9, 35 to 41. When the Pharisees asked Jesus, our Lord, our Savior, our Master, was they blind? Lord, are we blind? If you was not blind, you'd be able to see. Eagle say, he not blind. He don't see. He know how to shepherdize cases. He know how to audit governmental business. He has proven himself of that. And he don't see 100 artificially intelligent grant proposals that's been approved, that's been denied based on lawyers, accredited lawyers from the Wisconsin Attorney General's office or from United States Supreme Court or from the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals Court for artificial intelligence science to now trump exact science. You know, 1 + 1 is 2. The formula for water is this. The formula for that is this. The formula for algebra for this. The formula for trig for this. The formula for this for this. The formula of Mountain Dew is sacred to their company. It's under contract clauses. We trying to invite all the lawyers now to maybe want to, get a part-time job. we it's just so critical at this point. We want to invite the lawyers to go get a part-time job so they can study some film and then take Eagle, the zookeeper, and them on rides in a national travel. We done it together. We made love. We fought. We lost. We won. And God said, hold on. You a part of my show. You turned on my channel. You turned on my channel. You said you believed in me, right? This man do too. He just do his job different. Now let's just give him that. His job is so unprecedented. He has created his own job, and he has taken on the government to do it, and he's taken on officers to do it, and now he declared and decreed. We at a level of decreeing that, damn, he was kind of smart. But then we don't want to stay stuck in the kind of smart. We want to get right out of that. That situation was kind of smart, but it really didn't mean nothing. It was filthy rags to the zookeeper. He say it didn't generate no fun, and then we trying to see why. I mean, what could we? My women is for my women. It's only for my women. All the beautiful, most gorgeous ones to the most filthy. It's other filthy. They know they filthy, but when they filthy, they know they finna check a bag. It's just sick. They just gotta be talked to just like that. They just so filthy, knowing they finna check a big bag. They just play these type of games with the man, rob them of their imagination as we caught up in the garden of Eden. You can say he had to wait on his woman this time. He had 700, and the money he was thinking was so unprecedented. He wanted to own, that whole part of the island. He wanted that, and then he wanted to travel over here and say, hey, according to this ain't up to code. Then this ain't, and under the 10,000 interchangeable code, we can put so much stuff here. We got all this land. But then we don't really want to build on it because it's sacred land. But then the sacred land could be placed somewhere else. As we know, we got new funding coming. So many funds available, but nobody quite know how to ask for these funds. And then zookeepers say, hold on, baby, I got us. What can my women think about putting down here for the babies to give them a little bit more entertainment, to sidetrack them from the normal daily irritations that they do when they just want a little too much into it. Little rookies want all the attention in the world. They don't never want to leave mama's side. She can't get 5 minutes without you and the kids now wrestling for her attention. She trying to be nice to baby. She want to be nice to you, but the baby just ain't going. So we want to take them to the park, and then it's what we got. Man, what we consider and considering one considering something new for my women. This one time, artificially intelligent. And as we going back to school in the city of Marshall Town and Marshall Village of Marshall, you say he want to push the teachers to try to slowly integrate some type of science. They got a wonderful science teacher. He gave the most beautiful speech in the world. He say he do props like Eagle. But can he out-prop Eagle? Nobody can out-prop Eagle. We want to let you know, Eagle say he was the king of the rats. He just had so much money. The rats, they just love him. They know they could pay their whole rent for one night with Eagle. Damn, he giving away that much? And then, Eagle had women he never paid for. They just, damn, you was that nice? Why I couldn't hit you for a couple of them thousand? But ain't nobody reached back for Eagle. The ones who were tricking him and the ones who wasn't. He say he don't give a damn. He finna be the most richest human to ever be rich because he say, damn, my women want so much more, but they lacking. It ain't abundance. It's a shortage in the kingdom of God. We just I want to take this opportunity to really soak in the message today. You can say it was a beautiful show. And it's August 29, 2024. And he wanted to know if the women would be willing to go on a date with him, spiritual, physical, financial, emotional, educational, and relational, and journey, uh, and a journey that you probably had never heard of, but you thought you can make some sense of it. What is this man talking about? He want to go to new country, talking about artificial intelligence based companies. And what is this man talking about that he want to create a whole bunch of women? No, he wants the 100 most strongest women in Wisconsin. He want to vote for it. You know, we tired of thinking about how beautiful they go take your clothes off and we want to put you in a beauty patch. No, we want to put you in this intellectual shock infested cesspool of liars, thieves, and dream chasers, dream snatchers, to see if you can elevate beyond these people to become one of the first 100 women to went on a journey with the zookeeper as we traveled new country, auditing drug companies that's dealing out legal and illegal pharmaceuticals, all kind, from blood pressure to cancer medication. We want to know if the human even know that we got companies that's been convicted selling fake medication. People dying off these medications. We talking about the people who would shoot and inject people with glue in their body. We talking about the people who been doing all these body transformations. Now they know that the skin really can't do what it need to do sometime when you try to bounce back from a cut, we call it plastic surgery, but your skin ain't plastic, so it got infected. We want to then you needed medication, but then when you took the medication, you got infected again and you almost died. And then we want to talk about all the other people who had passed away, and we want to talk about artificial intelligence web-based programming for COVID, because when COVID came, putting all legal protection on it, the government was so defeated by it. It took them by storm. We want to know if we can stop creating artificially intelligent pigs and create some human-based, artificially intelligent-based intermingle company with tax codes and city codes and drug dealing codes and non-drug dealing codes applicable to people being able to travel internationally. No, as auditors, real rich. I mean, they just so rich they get to do anything. Reverend Zookeeper.